So I'm here in the research triangle of North Carolina with one of the greats of social media and web analytics monitoring. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Nathan. No, I'm not talking about you, Nathan. So you were telling me a story that really seems to put monitoring and analytics in a decent perspective for business owners. And tell me about your experience with that telco where you had data and problems and you were trying to figure out what the data you were ignoring was telling you.
Yeah, and that was the big thing, is we found really actionable data in the stuff that the system was set up to ignore. It was a network management environment, and we had lots of automated systems to alert us to problems in the network, and contracts and rules and systems oriented toward tracking outages. But the system was routinely generating tickets that our agents had to deal with that were not outages. So they'd look at it, they'd see nothing was wrong, and they'd cancel the ticket. All of the reporting, and we were doing this in-depth reporting, was closed tickets. So what I realized was we were canceling 98% of the tickets, and they were ignored in our analysis. Ran a frequency analysis on that to discover a few devices creating many tickets that were being ignored because there was no actual problem as defined by our systems. Had somebody go look at it and found a configuration problem. The guy was able to tweak some code, and all of a sudden 50 tickets a day stopped happening just because we looked at the data in a way it wasn't designed to be looked for. So we actually got to this topic when we were talking about doing Boolean queries for social media monitoring, and how, you know, when you use exclusion keywords to say, don't show me posts that include this. So I guess the example was if I'm trying to monitor Ford vehicles, I don't really want to hear about somebody fording the river. Well, what happens if somebody writes about fording the river in their Ford vehicle? That's relevant, but it matched your exclusion query, so you don't see it. And the question is, what's interesting in the data you're ignoring? And the catch here is that there's going to be a lot of stuff that actually is irrelevant in your exclusion set. What is there in there that's relevant that you're not seeing? And as you get more refined in your query to eliminate the stuff that you think's irrelevant, what are you missing?
So in your situation, you were paying attention to 2% of the noise, or the data, or the potential input.
Based on our rules,
yes,
2% of the tickets deserved work. The system wasn't supposed to have canceled tickets, but it did, and it turned out it was 98% because there was basically no problem found, and the whole system was designed to track problems. And what we found was performance issues and configuration issues that the system wasn't designed to find, but they were in there anyway.
So buried in the noise that the system was set up to exclude, there were some golden nuggets, hidden treasure that were actionable, that actually helped reduce costs through the organization.
Reduced hair pulling in a very overworked team. You know, it led to some performance improvements in the network, but they weren't the kind that the client would really see.
So Nathan, if people want to get a hold of you to talk about helping them with their social monitoring and their web analytics, how can people get a hold of you? Oh,
I'm everywhere. Gilliatt, Gilliatt at socialtarget.com. Last name on Twitter. I'm all over the place.
All right, and you have a special report that analyzes vendors in the social space and monitoring space. And
I'm constantly looking at companies that provide listening tools and services. Produced a number of reports that are available on the Social Target website, and I work with clients who are trying to figure out how to get this started for themselves.
Very good. Thanks, Nathan, for taking time here at Starbucks in the research capital of America.
Thanks, Ray.